Hey, what's poppin', people? You already know me, MSD, and I want to talk a little bit about what's been happening the last month. No, in the beginning of the month and the end of last month. So about a month ago. Everything's a month ago, and I want to start off with Combo Breaker. So, Combo Breaker. I have always loved Combo Breaker, and the thing is, this year maybe not so much. And I don't think it's anything due to Combo Breaker's fault. I will point out two different things. But first, my experience with it. This year, holy crap, I dropped the ball way too hard this time around. Basically, first, I did Smash 4 and Melee in this one, and Smash 4 was just awful. And I have this really bad thing where, like, I hate losing in Smash 4, but I don't mind losing in. Reason I don't like losing in Smash 4 is because it always feels like BS. I don't know, it's just I can't get that vibe of like I lost because it's my fault kind of a feel, you know? I feel like I always lost because of something else. But in this case, it sort of was, but again, this was more so lack of my preparation. So I went all 3 days, and the first day was pretty much like, oh my god, yeah, look around, everything's having fun. I also, aside from myself and my girlfriend, I had 3 other friends come through with me. My little squad, it was awesome. So we had a little bit of fun at the venue, and then we went out to go eat. And then later that night we went to round 1. So fun first day. Second day was a little chaotic. So the second day, I woke up pretty early so I could go drive my dog to my grandparents, not my grandparents, girlfriend's grandparents, which is about 35-40 minutes away. And then drive all the way back. And keep in mind, school started at 10. So I did that. Woke up my girlfriend. No, I didn't even do that. I went from there straight to my friend's house because I had to pick her up and 2 other people. And we did that. And then I went straight to my house to pick up Carrie Ann. And then from there, we went to the venue. But in between that, we also stopped by McDonald's. We also stopped by Dunkin'. Because everyone was just kind of being indecisive on where to go for breakfast. So we just said, why not both? Fuck it. Saves us a minute on I'm trying to decide where. So I literally got to the venue. Like I said, my pool started at 10. I literally got to the venue at like 9:58. Like I was cutting it pretty close. And the controller that I had, I don't think I have around right now, but basically it's one that I've been working on for a while. And of course, right when I really needed to use it, it started malfunctioning on me. It didn't work out. So I was facing against my round 1 opponent was someone that knew me, but I couldn't put my finger on how and where I knew him. He sounded like he knew me from the area, but you know, I'm out here doing things, man. So that was fine. I went Ganondorf Charizard with him, and like I said, my controller was messing up. I remember I IC'd a couple times just based on the fact that I use X to jump on my GameCube controller, and it would work like half of the time. It depends where you press the X button. If you press it towards the bottom, which is what I'm more inclined to do, it wouldn't jump. It just wouldn't register. But if I press it at the top, it would. So it was just a bad time. But that's the thing. Like I think I was somewhat visually upset just because I already had a lot of stress from the morning. But at the end of the day, like it's just me and my preparation. I could have done better. Whatever, I get over it, and I'm really focused on Melee. Melee is what I want to succeed. But alright, so what happened with Melee? Melee, my round 1 was against this Jigglypuff player from, I think he says from Florida and lives on the Midwest now, Raging Cherry. So that didn't go super well. By the way, I played Falco this whole time, except for the very last game I played. And then I made it to second round of loser. I think it was because of a bye. No. That was Smash 4. I made it to second round losers in Smash 4. Bye. In Melee, it was just straight. The second game, I'm looking on Smash GG, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta look at who's in my pool. I think Scythe was in my pool, and one other good player, but I think Duck was in my pool. Yeah, Scythe and Duck. It was funny because like I remember a few people were in the background were talking like, so are you on the Duck side or are you on the Scythe side? So like people are gonna get fucked one way or another. So I'm over on I think I was on Scythe side, but the next person I played, it struck a chord with me because I saw the name on the website and I saw it on the bracket as well, and I'm just like, Jed, I know I've heard this name, but like there was like a tag next to his name. I was just like, no, I don't think he was ever like with a team or anything. But to my surprise, the person that I was playing was an old college friend of mine that taught me a majority of what I know in Melee. So it was super anime for me, you know, like suddenly I'm sitting next to my old teacher, my senpai, if you will. I was sitting next to senpai, and we did Falco Diddles. It was super close, and then I looked at him and I was like, you know what, man, if one of us is gonna make it, I know it's gonna be you, but I'm gonna try my best. And I am a Falco main, but I always feel more comfortable with Ganondorf. So I went Ganondorf second time. It wasn't awful, but I ended up losing at the end of the day. But actually, that's what I mean. I have fun when I lose in Melee because it's my fault. Like, I was in control the whole time. I wasn't out of control for like you get that feeling with Smash 4. It's rough. It sucks. Like, when you lose, you want to know that it's because of you, not like some random stuff. But I used a different controller for Melee, so like I didn't really have any complaints. So I tried my best. My best wasn't good enough. And then I came back the third day completely by myself. My friends had to go back to the city because they had to go back to work. My other friend, which is my best friend's boyfriend, her boyfriend was at the venue. I didn't see him though, because, and this is my other big grief. This is my complaint number 2 right here. The venue. The venue is amazing. The main venue is amazing. We were in there the last, like every year before this year, we were in that venue. This year, we were in the ballroom. And the problem with the ballroom is nothing really. Nothing's really wrong with the ballroom. The AC broke. And it was awful. It was so bad. It was gross. Like it felt like you were breathing in moisture. It just wasn't comfortable, like in any way, shape, or form. It was just gross. And they had like giant fans everywhere to compensate, but it didn't really fix anything. It just pushed the sweat from my left side to my right, you know. So it was not the best time, that tournament, and that was going on the whole time. It was rough. So anyways, third day, they still have some of the setups up, so people are playing friendlies, money matching, or whatever. And I sit down next to one dude, and we're doing just a quick $5 money match. His Mewtwo against my Pikachu, and he beats me pretty well, I think. But I didn't know who this guy was, but afterwards we just had fun with friendlies. He had a couple buddies come over and we were all talking for a minute, and he starts asking me like, so how long have you been playing for? Like, oh, I've been on and off with the game pretty much since release, but mostly off, unfortunately. But I wanted to come back to the scene. I wanted to do well. And he's like, really? You seem to be doing better than most other people. And I took that with a grain of salt because of my performance the day before. And so he asked me my name, and I asked him his. His name was Kavandre Thompson. And I didn't recognize him or the name at first, until I looked up his Twitter, and I was like, oh, this is who you are. And he gave me some consolidation. He gave me pretty much the one thing that stuck with me, and I'm gonna write this home. He says, with the amount of skill that you currently have, if you were able to put in a bit more work into it, I guarantee you would be an amazing player. And so, Evandre, if you're out there, if you're listening, 2018 to 2019 Smash Ultimate, I'm there, baby. Melee, I'm there, baby. All right, I'm gonna make it. I know I can do better. It's anime in this bitch. So beyond that, that's pretty much. Oh no, there was one more thing. There's one more thing that sorta messed me up a bit. Once all that's done, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and play some Melee. I'm on a setup by myself. One person comes over to play for a bit, and you know, we have some fun. We're talking stuff. Eventually, we both go separate ways because we're gonna go eat. Surprisingly enough, we both went to a Chipotle, and while I'm at the Chipotle, I'm watching the grand finals for Smash 4 and everything. Shoutouts to Meister, man. Cool ass dude. I'm glad he came out, winning the whole thing, and making a name for himself. That's powerful, and even more so because, you know, he's not really a hometown hero, but the fact that he's from Mexico just adds that extra flavor. It adds that extra emphasis to me. I don't know. I'm just congrats, man. So once I go back to the venue, I'm back on the Melee sets, and I'm on the set by myself, just practicing tech skill. And this dude walks up and plugs in his controller, doesn't say a damn thing to me. And when he came up, I'm like, oh hey man, how you doing? Doesn't say anything to me. It was like, and I asked him like, oh yeah, what's your name? Whether he gave me his tag, oh, I shouldn't even say that because he didn't say anything. But he goes Fox, I do Falco. I'm taking at least one stock every game, but you know, I was just practicing tech skill. Like, if this dude was actually like watching, he would have known that I'm not competent. But he's not letting up. He's destroying me over and over again. And I'm just like, what is this dude's deal? Like, he's just not saying anything. After like 20 games, I turned around for a second and I realized there's a crowd around me, and one of them taps my shoulder. Is like, hey man, can I hop in? I unplug my controller. Like, yeah, go ahead, man. So I turned to someone in the crowd and I asked him, so who was that? And he's like, oh, that's Absent Page. You don't know him? Not really, no. He's pretty good, huh? He's like, yeah, he's like ranked 70 something right now on I forgot what he's even ranked on. But yeah, man, it's just if I ever become more than what I am now, I never want to be like Absent Page. I don't know, there's such a big disconnect. At least I felt that there was. Who knows, he might be a cool dude. Maybe he was just really in the zone, really wanted to focus. But you can always be more courteous. You can be more personable. I don't know. It's like, imagine you meet your longtime hero. Imagine you meet Usain Bolt for the first time. You've been running track your whole life. This wasn't the case by any means. Like, I had no idea who this guy was. But imagine you meet like a celebrity or something, and someone you admired your whole life, and then the dude just starts fucking like running from you. And you think like, oh yeah, he just wants to run. So you start running with Usain Bolt, and Usain Bolt just jolts ahead and then never looks back at you. Really weird comparison, but I literally have nothing better. So take that for what it's worth. And then other than that, Combo Breaker, it could have been better. The AC was a really big bummer for me, and then not being in the main venue definitely kind of hurt. Especially because we've been in there the whole time. Melee and Smash 4. And the one thing that I want to mention about that is numbers. I understand that the difference between Combo Breaker and Smash and Splash 4 was literally a week difference. And I feel like more people would rather go to Splash, and I completely understand that. Trust me, both events are amazing. Smash and Splash is just a fucking water park. Like, how are you? If you gotta pick, you gotta pick. But Combo Breaker is a super fun tournament because it's a mix of so many fighting games, and you don't see the FGC acknowledge Smash. I know that's always been a big issue, but we're there, people, and I want us to be there harder. The one thing I can say to fix something like that is we need more numbers, we need more attendance for this tournament, so we can be with the big boys, you know, so we can be with Street Fighter, so we can be with Tekken, so we can be with Mortal Kombat. We need numbers so we can be there. Otherwise, we're going to be suffering in the ballroom again next year, sweating our asses off. And if that's going to be the case, this might have been my last Combo Breaker, which sucks, and I don't want to say that because I love this tournament. I've been going to like every single one since they started, and it's fun. It's so much fun. But then again, I don't want to be uncomfortable for 3 days. Sorry, guys. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Combo Breaker. Wow, 16 minutes. So I'll make this one a bit more brief then. Smash and Splash. Smash and Splash was the best tournament that I've ever been, bar none. Had so much fun, but let me tell you, I also have, there's a story to this. Oh, not as long though. So with Smash and Splash, basically what happened was, getting to the venue was a very long process because I had been up for about 30 hours before the Friday where we had to be there, had to play, check in and all that. And that's on top of like a 5-hour drive. Rough times. But basically, I get to the venue and Smash 4 is the first thing that I have to do. I do decently well. I don't recall exactly how far I made it because some of the I didn't make it that far, don't get me wrong, but like nothing really stood out as like, oh my god, yes. So I remember I lost round 1 because, again, my own stupid fault. My controller had like a gunk in it, and I almost instantly recognized what it was when I touched it. It was hair product. My hair product had kind of gotten a little messy, and it got on my controller. I just have bad luck when it comes to this stuff. So pretty much other than that, I went a couple matches deep into my pool, and then I lost. Nothing spectacular, like, it was just poor playing, really. It could have been better, but I know I could be better. I've been practicing a lot more, so that's why I made it further this time around. But whatever, Smash 4 is done. I go up to my room with my girlfriend, and my best friend unfortunately bailed, but her boyfriend still came with us, and that's super cool. Her boyfriend is like one of my good friends. Like, he's awesome. I love hanging out with him. And we get to the room, and he immediately fell asleep. My girlfriend was just like, yeah, I'm gonna take a little nap too. Like, okay, that's fine. I might as well because I had been up for so long. And I had the Moto Z2 Force, alright? This is an amazing phone, and this is a speaker mod attachment. It gets decently loud. So my problem was I set the alarm for like 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 o'clock, because I had to play Melee at 6. And it so breaks my heart when I have to say it. But basically, I guess I was so eager for sleep that my girlfriend heard the alarm. She saw me wake up, turn off the alarm, and go back to sleep. I was so mad. I didn't go back to the venue at all beyond that point. I was so mad. I was done. The last 2 days were just spent at the water park enjoying myself. I was not after that. And I also kind of wish we stayed for a few more days. That's just me though. So pretty much I was able to watch top 8 and all that. For me, like, yeah, it was fun. Super happy Void won. The Leffen HBox salts that happened afterwards, just incredible. Loved it. So then there is one other thing that two more things that I want to mention, and it's gonna get, unfortunately, a little bit sadder. So what's gonna happen now is I initially made a trailer that was going to be for Combo Breaker, Smash and Splash, and E. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to Evo. There's been a bit of a financial struggle right now that pretty much just doesn't allow me for travel. And I don't feel like I'm gonna get enough help, if any help. So unfortunately, Evo's just not gonna be in the question, and it really sucks to say. Because of all the things I was looking forward to, I would say Evo. Like, Evo wouldn't have been the most fun just because water park, hello. But I was definitely the most excited for it. Don't think I'm gonna make it. So pretty much other than that, I know that got really sad for a moment. Well, I'm sad. I'm sad about it. I genuinely am. But you know, that's life. Sometimes you get to go to a water park. Sometimes you don't get to go to Vegas. The other thing from that is, with my personal life, I'm going to share a little bit. Where I work is going to have a very small shutdown. They do it for maintenance reasons or anything else. I'm not going to really get into it. But basically, because of that, I should be able to be streaming a hell of a lot more. As you guys have seen, if you're tuning in on this, I have been more active on Twitch. And from here on out, I should be more active on Twitch. I should be more active on this. Fedlocks are going to be coming back. I'm actually going to be resuming the last one if I can find the files and everything. I did like a really big computer save. I literally wiped out like 500 gigabytes of random crap on my computer. I just hope I didn't wipe out the ROMs and all that. If so, there might be a different one coming up. But until then, you're going to see me a hell of a lot more. I hope you guys would like to see me a hell of a lot more. And yeah. Combo Breaker, please get better. Smash and Splash, stay awesome. Evil, frowny face, my face, a whole lot more. TLDR, people. We in this.